Hi, everybody.
Hi, everyone. I'm Sarah Davis,
I'm Kat Smith.
and we are the marketing and communications writers for the marketing department. We are part of the creative team, so we work most closely with Deborah and Adam on creative projects. But we actually work with pretty much every other member of the marketing team. For example, Tamia and Regina liaise with program directors and often pass along the different kinds of jobs that we need to work on. We work with Jeff on website content, with Megan on email content, with Malia on social content. So we really get to see a wide range of projects.
And what is the work we do? Well, we write. Most of the work, the copy that we create comes at the beginning or at the end of a project. We do the initial copy and the final proofread. Usually, copy usually is written before it goes to the design state, which is where Adam takes what we've written and makes it look really great. Here are a couple examples of some projects we've worked on closely with Adam. The postcards that you see in Suite 100, where there's some larger text on the front that draw you in to read more about each program on the back.
Another example are print ads, like this back cover ad of Grid magazine, where we featured a student to promote the MES program.
And let's see, we make a lot of content that goes on the websites, and something that we do, the long form writing that we do, tend to be the profiles and the news stories for the programs.
That's right. We're going to circle back to talking about profiles and news stories, but we also write web ad copy, radio ad copy. We write lots and lots of emails that go out to prospective students. We write sponsored emails that partnering organizations send out on our behalf. Content for web pages, and pretty much anything that's got words on it. Socks, pens, we take a look at that too. But the profiles are, for me, one of the most fun types of jobs that we work on, because we get to talk to students, faculty members, board members, other people associated with the program, to get a sense from them of what the programs can do.
And we talk to alumni too, so people who have been through a program and then have gone on and moved along in their career. So that's really exciting to see what the programs can help our alumni do. Sarah, where do we get most of those ideas for who to interview?
For the most part, we hear from program directors. And by we hear from them, I mean we hear from Regina or Tamia, who has been speaking with program directors about the outstanding students from their program, or alumni who have come back and given us an update on where they've gone to med school or what kind of job that they've landed in. Every now and then we will come across an idea from a different source. Sometimes we'll hear about one of our students or alumni on the news. Sometimes we'll take a class and we'll meet people who are doing interesting things that we find we want to write about. But really, we depend on our faculty and our program directors to let us know who's doing something outstanding in their program.
And once they've worked with me and Regina and decided that that is someone that they want us to feature, that person will reach out to the potential interviewee just to, first of all, invite them, see if they actually want to be interviewed, and also to let them know that Sarah and I are going to be reaching out as the next step to schedule that interview. So what happens after we do the interview? We, of course, will write a draft of the profile. And then that will go for an internal review. Tamia or Regina will take a look at it first. And then it goes to the subject. Subject review is an important step. We have them take a look at it, make sure that we haven't gotten anything wrong, if they want to make any slight changes. Is there anything else you want to say about the value of the subject review?
Yeah, it's just important to us that the stories that we're sharing for our students are not just valuable to prospective students and, kind of creating our image and our brand, but they also need to be good for the students and alumni who are focused in them. We want them to feel proud to share them.
So internal review, subject review, and then it goes for external review. And that means it goes back to the program office after we've got a nice polished piece that the subject is also approved, just to double check that the program director can take a look at it, make sure it's what they were expecting to feature their program. And once that's done, we post it live.
To date, we have published 32 student profiles in the year 2022. That is a 30% increase from the previous year when it was just me and a few freelancers. Because we have Kat on board, we're able to reach out to so many more people and hear their stories. We follow a similar process for other long form writing projects, news items, which are sometimes us reporting on news, new programs, new initiatives, new classes, and sometimes our reposts of other earned media that our faculty and programs have earned. For example, we just posted one, we reposted a story that the Philadelphia Inquirer did about one of our Penn LPS online classes, Gods, Ghosts, and Monsters. We also do features, and the features are longer stories that have two different roles. For one, they do share information with students, but for another, they help make it easier for people to find our programs through organic searches. And we do that with SEO, which stands for search engine optimization. We either take terms that are already bringing people to our website and amplify them, or we find other similar terms that people are looking up, for example, writing classes online or data analytics certificate, and then we find ways to fold those into our feature articles and other web pages to help make it more likely that people can locate us when they're looking for something similar.
So the writing and editing process can be very difficult. Something that all writers, an expression all writers know is kill your darlings or murder your darlings. And that is first attributed to, I need to read it, Sir Arthur Queller Couch in 1914. Since he wrote, or he spoke that quote in a lecture, that has been requoted by many, many other authors. Stephen King it's often attributed to him or to William Faulkner, because everyone has said it, because we all have to do it.
Okay.
And what it means basically is you need to be objective when you are self-editing. You need to, even those pieces and those passages that you love and you put a lot of work into, if it doesn't fit, if it's not right for the story, you need to cut it. You need to kill that darling.
Another thing that maybe we should talk about with our writing is how we proofread. We actually use a style guide to make sure that we're being consistent with grammar and punctuation and how we style the names of our titles and department heads. Now, LPS uses a style guide that is related to the SAS style guide, but we are a little bit more similar to AP style because we find that a little bit fresher and more modern. So for example, the Oxford comma, also known as the serial comma.
We use it. We like the Oxford comma on our team. Not everyone does. It can be very controversial.
And it's not
English majors.
the SAS style.
Yeah.
That's really the big departure.
But basically X, Y, and Z, where do you put the comma? We like to put a comma before the and Z as well as after between the X and the Y. We think that it helps break up a sentence, especially when those X, Y's, and Z's get a little bit long. You have a lot of words in a phrase in between those commas. We just think it's a nice way to give a visual indication to break up those phrases and give you a little mental pause as you're reading something.
That's just a sampling of some of the parts of our processes that we follow when we're doing proofreading or when we're writing copy. But I think it gives you a hint of what our work is like and as writers for the marketing department. And thank you for coming to hear about what we do.
Thank you very much.